Hello everybody, Southern Nursery Babies here. I just wanted to do a quick little video about what I know, the difference, what I've noticed. The difference is in Reborns, the Ashton Drake that we have, and our Paradice Galleries doll, because there is some major differences. So when you're thinking about buying a lifelike doll and you just don't know where to start, we just kind of had to learn as we went. My daughter really wanted a lifelike baby doll, so we started with an Ashton Drake and we just fell in love. So I'm going to show you these guys. So here I have an Ashton Drake. Here I have, come on in Bella, my daughter just came in, a Paradice Galleries. And then over here we have two Reborns. And I just want to go over some differences that I have noticed and that I kind of wish I would have known when before we made our purchases. So our first lifelike doll purchase was an Ashton Drake. She is weighted, and that's awesome. So make sure you look for a doll that is weighted. If they're not weighted, it's not going to feel very real, and it's not going to feel good to cuddle. You can come in, so and to pick up, and there's just, it really brings a likeness to them if they're weighted. And different things can be weighted, like for instance the Ashton Drake's head is weighted. The Paradice Galleries doll, her head is not weighted. Her body is weighted and she feels very real when you pick her up. She's a heavy little girl, but her head is not weighted, her arms are not weighted, and her legs are not weighted. You can squeeze them. They're just, there's nothing in them. But her little butt is weighted, and you can feel the beating in there. Again, if you don't have a lot of money and you're just wanting that likeness about a doll, a Paradice Galleries is a great way to go because she is still a very heavy girl. But when you pick her up, her head is not gonna fall back like the Reborns do. Our Ashton Drake, though her head is weighted and very heavy, it doesn't fall back quite as far as the Reborns, and you'll be able to see the difference here. You see how her head falls back just like a newborn baby. Same with him. His little head falls back just like a reborn baby when you pick him up. If you don't hold his head up, it flops back. The Ashton Drake does not do that. Some may, but this one don't. Now her legs are also weighted. You can feel the weights in here, the whatever they did it with. You can feel it in there. You have to squeeze really hard. It's not something you feel when you touch. When you touch her, she is very lifelike and is very soft. Now her arms, she has the wire dummy in here where she is fully posable. These guys do not. Their arms flop. So make sure when you're going to purchase a lifelike doll that you look into that, because some people like the wire where, see, her hands can stand upwards. You can bend them, and yeah, you can have a banana. You can bend them and pose them in different ways. Some people may like that, and some people may not. No, let Cece do it. She'll do it for you, bud. So be sure to look into that. Now, if you're a pro, you can clip this and pull the cord out and take the doll's head off, pull the wiring out and put it back on, but we are not brave enough to do that. So if you find an Ashton Drake that you just love but has the wire in it and you prefer not to have it in there, there is a way to take it out. But to me, it's just kind of risky and I don't want to go there. But we love our Ashton Drake and we love our Paradice Galleries, but there is a major difference in the likeness of them. As you can see, there's no veins or some people call them strawberries or spider veins or whatever, where in the Reborns, I hope this is good lighting, you can see veins, and you can see little spider veins and little blotches, and Now her lips were damaged during shipping, which was very, very disappointing. So also, when you're going to purchase a reborn, make sure you find somebody that's going to package them right when they're shipped to you. He's a Sunbeam Babies, and he came from overseas, and he was packaged so well. He was wrapped in 800 pounds of bubble wrap, and then wrapped with a blanket, a diaper over his head to keep his face safe. So he was wrapped so well. She, on the other hand, came with absolutely no protection and just came in a box, and that was very disappointing. And the passy was already sticking in her mouth, which rubbed this off because she has a magnet. So that was very disappointing. Be sure you're careful who you buy from. But she was such a great price that I still don't regret doing what we did. Because I couldn't have found a reborn in this great a condition and this cute for the price we found her for. So watch who you're buying from, make sure you do your reviews, and make sure that these people are trustworthy, because every artist is different, and every artist, you know, may or may not put more heart into it. So be careful what you're doing there. That's the good thing about the Ashton Drake and the Paradice galleries. If something's wrong with it, you can return them. You can get the exact same baby sent to you without the damage or what have you, and it's just less fearful, I guess, when you order for them, because you know you're going to get a good baby in the end regardless of what happens. But I will say these are more kid friendly. They have been tossed about, not been treated very, very carefully, I have to say, and they do try really hard to take care of them, but you know how kids are. I mean, they're gonna not be thinking and pick them up real quickly like this or whatever, or sleep with them, you know, and that can be rough on them. But
I sleep on a little phone every night.
Sophie sleeps with Sam every single night, and she is a crazy sleeper that tosses and turns and kicks, and Sam has survived every bit of it. So I just don't worry as much with the Ashton Drake and Paradice galleries. I don't worry with them taking a cloth, you know, with a wet with water and wiping them off, and I would be terrified to do that to her. You just have to be more careful with the reborns because of their paint. You know, each and every little thing, every little detail has been hand painted and layers and all that good stuff, and I just feel like they're more susceptible, to damage. You can see his little veins. Now, he does not have as much as details as Kinsley does over here, but he's still very lifelike. So look for that when you're looking for a lifelike baby. Look for, you know, if you're into more, if you want more veining and more redness and more spider veins, or maybe you want a birthmark or mole. Maybe you want the lips to pop more and their little creases like around her eyes. I hope this is good lighting for y'all. But I just think she's precious and more lifelike than this little guy, who is also very lifelike. He is absolutely precious. They put moisture. You see the shine in his eyes? This artist had put moisture around his eyes to make it look like maybe there is a little tear. So just pay attention to little details like that. It can play an important role in the doll you get. But these guys are weighted: limbs, head, legs, body. When you pick up a reborn, they are very floppy and lifelike. They have, just depending on what kit you buy, there's different kits you can buy, different sculpts of babies, and this sculpt had a lot of little neck wrinkles, which I loved because my kids had a lot of little neck wrinkles. And so there's a lot of things to look for with the reborns, but you do have to be more careful with them. And I think these guys, of course, they're cheaper. If you don't have a lot of money but want a lifelike doll, these guys, whether it's Paradice Galleries or Ashton Drake's, that's a great way to go. Go for it. These were our first two lifelike dolls, and we love them. We absolutely love them. We take her and Sam out a lot, and we get stopped constantly wanting people wanting to see the baby, and then when we tell them they're not real, they can't believe it. No, not more bananas. If you have any more bananas, you're gonna turn into one, you monkey. Also with the Ashton Drakes, look for hand rooted or glued on hair. That's something you have to pay attention to when you're buying a lifelike doll. We found an Ashton Drake with hand rooted hair, so that's, you can see it in here. It's been hand rooted into her head and glued on the inside, and that to me is very good for a kid, less worrisome. They can wash and dry this hair. And with the glued hair, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, you can see the glue, or you can see certain drips of glue, so it may not look as lifelike, but I've also heard people say it looks great and completely lifelike. We do not have a glued hair baby, so I can't give you advice on that, but I am glad that I did the research on the rooted versus glued, and I just like rooted better. Or you could go with a bald baby if you're wanting it for a child. Again, I like the bald babies. We got a bald baby for Jovi, my daughter, because she was bald when she was born, and so she wanted a bald baby too. So bald is cute, it's adorable, and it's less worry. So pay attention to something like that. Are you going to want to have to deal with messy hair or risk a bad rooting job or glue job? I don't believe her hair was rooted as good as it could have been. In the back, you can see different colors, almost like they ran out of hair. Now, it's not as bad when I have it brushed, but, you know, I just think it kind of looks like it was a rush job. But again, I'm very thankful for her, and I think she was a great price, and she's an absolutely precious baby. Look for eyelashes, whether you want hand-rooted eyelashes or whether you want glued-on eyelashes. The Paradice Gallery's eyelashes are glued on, but it's still very lifelike and very beautiful. If you can see that, it looks very cute. The Ashton Drake's eyelashes are, I believe they're glued on. Yep, they're glued on. And again, very precious. They're very soft. So pay attention to your eyelashes. Do you want your baby to have eyebrows or no eyebrows, like this little man? Pay attention to things like that, because some artists do not do well with eyebrows. We are very lucky with Kinsley. I think her eyebrows are absolutely precious, and I think the artist did a wonderful job. But these are just things to think about. The pricing of these is so much cheaper, but if you pay attention to eBay, to Etsy, you can find Reborns for an amazing price. We got so lucky with her, and I feel so blessed. We got very lucky with this Sunbeam Baby's little boy. I do not want to spend more than $150 for a Reborn, and we did not have to do that with these. So, oh, good job, buddy. So, you know, to me, that's the same price, that's cheaper than an American Girl doll. So, I'm thankful that they're into this versus that. They do love their American Girl dolls, and they play with them, but they have one, and that's enough for them. They love their dolls. But these guys are, I got them even cheaper than if they wanted an American Girl doll. So that's pretty awesome. So be careful when you're shopping. Do your research. Think about the things that you want in your doll. Do you want a magnet in the doll's mouth? I do like that better. Our Ashton Drake and Paradice Galleries, they're not going to come with a magnet. Look into that. Maybe they have some with magnet. I don't know. I didn't see any, but I do like that our Reborns have a magnet. That to me is really special, and it's very lifelike to give them their passy and take it away. It's very cute. We use putty for these guys, but you have to be careful because you don't want to ruin their lips. But again, I feel like they are less vulnerable to chips and the paint messing up and things like that. We have not had an issue with these guys, and my daughters they take them everywhere, and they've done a lot with them. They're very easy to clean, where I would be terrified to you know, scrub one of my Reborns down. I would hate to know what would happen. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Pay attention to size clothes that you want. Whether you want, you know, a baby that's 0 to 3 months or newborn or both. These guys all wear both. They can wear both sizes. But if you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you have any more tips or advice on the difference, leave that as well for viewers to check out. But thanks for watching so much. Please subscribe to Southern Nursery Babies for more videos. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. Tell them bye, Luke. Bye.